Let's go while we're young.
It's the most wonderful time of the... It is officially Christmas season. It is December 1st. Hey, get a drink and take a seat. You're in the back room where every day is Christmas. If you... Hold on. Snows every day here. See, that's me pretending to do cocaine. I'm straight edge, bro. So me and the rest of the guys I skateboard with at the local junior high school, we're straight edge, bro. No fear. No fear, because, it's the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, my fucking co-host is laughing because it's like, oh, that might have been me. Fuck, it might have been me. Hey, everybody, it's your old pal, Gary Williams. And I don't know if you're watching this live because the Eagles are on, but maybe you're watching it on replay. That's okay. The Eagles just took the lead, 21-12, so it's okay. Is everything okay on the stream? Anyway, Denise, are you watching on YouTube? If you are, let me know that everything's okay. I don't know. There's always things were being wacky today before the show, so I expect this whole thing to just crash and fucking burn like we do emotionally every fucking week here. All right, let's quit fucking around. We're gonna do a little election post-mortem today. We intentionally sort of wait a little bit for all good on YouTube. Thank you, Lady Poopington. Yeah, it looks a little wacky on my... Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's better. Okay. Just for shit to settle down and let's see. And then I'm glad we did because, there's been some wacky, administration picks and cabinet picks and things. So we can talk about that fun. So, and where the Dems fucked up. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Assholes. Dummies. Fucking... And the Trumpers, too, you dummies. You know what you were getting and it didn't care. I tried to overthrow the election, pretty much irrefutable, and that wasn't enough for you. And you wave your flags and you go, yeah, and you got your trucks with your shit on, and you go, I'm the most American believing guy. And you go, all right, this guy tried to overthrow the election. That's fine. He's our guy. It's okay. No big deal. Okay. Go on. All right. So let's bring in my beautiful co-host. You know him from such things as, out your bedroom window. Please. A big backroom show hug for your pal, my pal, Michael Colby. There he is. Michael Colby, your new pal.
Hi.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Has anyone ever tell you look like meth Rick Rubin? Has anyone ever told you that? Anybody?
So Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin? Do you know who Rick Rubin is?
Yeah.
He's like a producer.
Yeah. Wasn't he the one who was on like crystal meth all the time?
Maybe he was.
Back in the 80s?
You know what? I didn't think this one through. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna, you've known me long enough now. I don't put a lot of effort and thought into a lot of these things,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was famously on meth through the
80s. Which is funny because he's like this if you don't know who he is, he's a record producer who basically kind of specializes in rap guys too. And if you saw him, I could bring him up. Yeah, he's older. He's got a long Gandalf fucking white beard, and he's the last guy you think. And he doesn't play an instrument. He doesn't really have any technical skill on the board. He just has this thing where he knows what's going to hit, I guess, and people go, yeah, okay, and apparently it's fucking working. I don't know.
The Beastie Boys lyric, oh no, it wasn't crystal meth, it was angel dust. The Beastie Boys lyric, our manager's crazy, he always smokes dust, is about him.
Oh my god, angel dust. Dude, that's the kind of thing that they make after school specials about, in the 80s, and the kid jumps out the window because I can fly.
That's exactly the 80s, the one where the kid jumps out the window.
I think it was Helen Hunt. I think it was Helen Hunt.
I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure.
Remember actually seeing it. There are two of those that I remember. And it was the one where the kid jumped through the window because he was on angel dust.
Right.
And then the one where the little brother found a hollowed out Bible with cocaine in it, and then he drowned himself in the pool.
I wonder what. Oh, okay. All right. Damn, I wish. All right, everybody, anybody watching, let's come up. What book of the Bible did the kid find the cocaine in? Fucking Acts 4:20. That's pot. I don't know. I didn't think this one through. I don't know.
I think it was the one about the woman who had the lovers who were hung like donkeys and had emissions like horses.
Wow. There you go. There's our special fucking guest. Yes. And those of you who are familiar with the Bible, there's a part in there where two girls get their father drunk on consecutive nights and fuck them.
Yep.
That's really in the Bible. That's really, really in there. I am not making that up.
There's also a verse in the Bible where I think it's Job calls on some bears to kill a bunch of children because they were calling him bald.
So I was going to get my stupid joke in. What did he do?
He called forth out of the woods a bunch of bears to kill children who were calling him bald.
Now I have a question. By bears, does he mean heavyset gay guys?
I hope so.
Oh, wow, you're gonna get it. Ooh, you're gonna get it. You're hairy, yeah, exactly. You're be nice. Thank you. We love our gay friends. They're best. All right, everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, congratulations, you found it. But if not, whatever. Subscribe to the channel. All one word. The Backroom Network. All one word. Do not put spaces in. It doesn't like it. It flips out. It's like a little kid on cocaine that he found in his brother's Bible. I like how the kid was like, oh, look. Oh, Timmy's got a Bible. Let me open it. What? Did it have the whole pages cut out for fucking course it did.
Yeah, and then
he was so like in Shawshank with the rock hammer.
Yeah, he was so upset that he drowned himself in the family swimming pool.
Yeah. You know who died in the family swimming pool? Lou Costello's son. There's a fun fucking little trivia fact for you. You know, the fat one. How bad? His son died in the pool. That's I don't know why.
That's the funniest thing about Abbott and Costello.
Hey, Lee, but where's your son at? Make it down, where's your son at? come on, we gotta find your kid. Let's go. Come on, quit screwing around, Lou. We gotta find your kid. I'm bad. That's right.
Do you remember when?
Hey, you know what? I don't feel bad because this happened in like the 30s. There's got to be a statute on this fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you can make
And
Lincoln
also-
cut shot jokes now, right?
Fucking, I'm sure Abbott and Costello were terrible people.
Just because.
Yeah, and because they were in the 30s. Also, not funny at all.
Right. Listen, how many times do you think they were doing a tour and you're at a hotel and they yelled at the Negro boy to get their bags? Pick up my bag, Negro boy. You think?
That
Think they did
definitely happened.
Yeah, shit was pretty racist back in the day.
Yeah. It also happened.
And now.
It also happened. Speaking of people who had their kid die, I'm sure.
By the way, everybody,
Eric
welcome to the
Clapton
festive
did that same
holiday
exact
season.
Thing last year.
I'm sorry, I was yapping. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said. Speaking of people who had their kids die,
yes,
I'm sure Eric Clapton did that exact same thing last year.
Would and you know what?
That guy sucks ass.
Fucker wrote a song about it too.
Yeah.
Like I get it. That's like your medium. That's how you deal with things. I get it. But you know there were changes. He's like, is it sad enough? Do you think it's sad? Should I mention the window? No. Okay, I shouldn't mention it. No. I hope you're flying high in heaven. Oh.
Yeah.
Would
No,
you
fuck Eric
know
Clapton,
my
so.
name? Splat. Oh.
That's the part that was cut.
The engineer's like, hey, Eric, hear me out. But I was there. That's what happened. What is my
Let's take out the children screaming.
No. The people down below going, oh my God. This looks like the result of an irresponsible father. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Should have been watching his son. Oh. God fucking yeah. Well, welcome to the back. I want people to fucking know. This right here, that the exchange you just saw, that's really the back room. We don't give a fuck. It's funny. You know. And I don't know. I hope grandmas are watching. All right. So and also on Facebook, follow us at The Backroom Show and The Backroom Network. Seriously, go ahead. You like enough stupid fucking shit, and then I'll post a ton anyway. So I want to be flooding your feed. All right. Let's and the schedule coming up. Oh. God, it is, you know what? For you, the viewer, it is the most fucking wonderful time of the year. Okay? Check it out. Upcoming schedule. 2 weeks from today, December 15th. Do they know it's Fistmas time at all? Our pal, former Backroom Show guest, Rose Azriel, will be joining us. She helped us coin the phrase Fistmas. Yeah, I know. It's all over the internet. I know we didn't make it up, but we did hear it at the Backroom. And we try to celebrate it every year that we can. And the funny part is about, obviously goofing on Christmas. Rose, very Jewish, extremely Jewish. In fact, you know what? Maybe too Jewish. I don't know. So that'd be fun. I'd love her. Rose would laugh at that. Rose is fucking awesome. She's fun. She's funny. And she's just cool as shit. And that'll be fun. And New Year's Eve, if you are, let's go to this one. If you are like myself and my co-host here, you don't go out on New Year's Eve. You know, I had my years. I'm in my extremely late 40s. So I did all that. And I know our guest today, she's like, are you kidding me? She's like, I'm going to 4 different places that night. She's a partier. She's a fucking partier. She is. I can't keep up with that family. Her entire family, a fucking big party. But they also get shit done. They're like responsible professionals and things. And then they just fucking party. They fucking mainline fucking alcohol, which I don't think can be safe, but I'm no doctor. I don't know. Yeah, she's doing it, holding her cup up. So New Year's Eve, spend it with me and Meth Rick Rubin over here. If you didn't know Michael was into video games, you would think you would know he's into video games. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to know Michael's into games to know he's into games. Mm-hmm. Here, let's just. You know what I mean? Come on, that says it all right there. So there you go. So New Year's Eve, I guess we'll probably start, I don't know, maybe 9 o'clock. We're going to fucking wing this thing. We're just going to be hanging out. We'll take fucking calls if people want to fucking call in and be on the show. And we'll probably do some stupid games. And I like to do one of my favorite things to do. We did it 2 years ago because last year I meant to do it and I got the COVID. But we did I like to call, and it's going to be a new segment I'm going to start on the show soon called Commercial Breakdown because I fucking am obsessed with shitty commercials and the things they do. We New Year's Eve, we broke down the I call it the Frank Thomas boner pill, where he's like, "Hey, welcome to T-Town." And some guys didn't get the message, and it's of course a dorky white guy messing with a tangle hose, and like, but some guys did, and it's like a cool, handsome black guy washing his truck with his girl, like nothing fucking subtle about it. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get your dick in order? Well, get this fucking pill. So we'll do shit like that. It's fun. We have fun here in the back room. All right. Speaking of fun, let's bring in one of the funnest fucking people I know. We're gonna be talking again about the break down the election, because depending on what side you're on, or if you give a shit, oops or yay, I guess. So
and then later, oops.
What's that?
Yay, but then later, oops.
You know what? That's a good fucking point, Michael. There seems to be a lot of yay. Oh fuck, what have we done? That's a good fucking point. Yeah, the libertarians were like, many of the party were kind of like, we need to support Trump because he said he'll put a libertarian on the cabinet, and then, you know, it's the best way to get in with a major party, and it'll help, you know, the agenda of freedom. He's not named one, not a fucking one. And of course, they're all lighting their hair on fire, morons. All right, so please, you've seen her on the show before. She's kind of like an expert in dogs. She volunteers. She helped found an organization, all of that kind of shit. She's fun as shit. We are not talking about dogs tonight, unless we're talking about the Democratic candidates. All right, so please, a big backroom show welcome. You know her, you love her. It's Michele Boehmer, ladies and gentlemen. There she is.
Hey,
Michele Boehmer, hold on. Badass bitch. And I mean that Michele is one of she's like opinionated, and I mean that in a good way. I have people like use opinionated as negative. Oh, they're really opinionated. Like, no, fuck you. I want someone who's opinionated. What's worse than a wishy-washy person? I don't know. I can't make up my mind. Yeah. Anyway, so Michele, welcome to the Backroom Show. What say you go?
And I would like to say that I do believe we will be talking a lot about dogs, or maybe just the whole getting pissed on thing.
Well, Michele, that's a separate show. You can bring that to New Year's Eve.
Is that New Year's Eve? Okay,
yeah.
Right.
We'll talk about that. So, you know what, Michele, Michael, are either of you into water sports? Go.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not going to judge. Patty, check it in. Hey, kids, sorry I'm late. Let's talk dogs. Actually, you're not late. You are right on freaking time, Patty. Yeah, you know what? We'll talk some fucking dogs. Why not? Patty is the best. Patty is the bomb diggity. You know what? My wife's watching. I don't care. Patty's my secret lover. I don't care. She's my secret lover. I don't see her, but, you know, that's how much of a secret it is. Even we don't know it. Wow. Holy shit. So I love you, baby girl. Hope things improve. I know you're having a rough time right now, and I loves and adores you. Last we left off, we were having people pee on people, I think, something like that. No, people pee.
We were talking about water sports.
Water sport. That's what water sports is. Water sports. All right. So yeah. By the way, and I always every other time I remember this. You can watch this very program on your TV. That's right. Everybody pretty much has the smart TV nowadays. Except if you're me, and you also collect fucking vintage television because your dad didn't love you enough or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. If you look at Gary, you can tell that he collects vintage TVs, even if you don't know that he collects vintage TVs.
You're doing the thing that you did the thing with it.
Back at ya.
That's why you, Darth Vader without the helmet, are the best in the fucking business. You are.
It's my specialty. My specialty is callbacks.
Yeah. You know what? Michael, we'll give a quick plug. Michael, of course, is the co-creator, writer, and star of the Jack Billings Presents. Now the version is King of the Big House. And he's a very good writer. He is a joke writer extraordinaire. And you're right, comebacks and follow-ups, that is definitely your game, babe. You know what I mean? Good stuff.
I think I'm getting better at it.
There you go. There you go. And Michael likes to come on this show because you know, it's
to promote the show that I
to have people actually hear him. Oh, see, cheap shot. Look at Michele with the glasses up, like she's in the middle of like Michele looks like she volunteers her time doing the books for a nonprofit. Like, oh, I tell you, I've been working the books. I don't know, whatever. No, I love it. It's a good look for you. Michele's adorable. Michele's older than both of us, and look how good she looks. Michelle's a very attractive woman. You know why? Glug, 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 pickled from the inside. Exactly. So anyway, so you can watch this on your TV. You get a YouTube app and then find the Backroom Network, all one word. And you can be watching this show. That way you can be fucking around on your phone and you can see these faces large and you know what? That's probably
maybe put Michelle's face big and then put ours small off to the side.
Fair enough. And we teeny tiny.
I don't know that's a good idea.
Tiny.
I'm easily distracted.
Yeah. By the way, Michelle, I will say this. You nailed the lighting and everything because we did a test call, but it was daytime and we were concerned about the light and all that. Nailed it. Looks good.
Works.
Looks good. Looking good. Solid. All right. So by the way, of course, everybody, get your swag. Get your free Backroom Show coasters and stickers and coasters. And there's also stickers. Thank you. Hey, Michael, how do I get them?
You can email Gary at backroomnetwork.com.
There it is.
He'll just send you the shit.
I will just send it to you. And really,
not only did he get them printed up, but he's also going to pay the postage to send them to your house. You don't have to do anything.
You got to do fuck all.
Money back.
You have to.
Can we get a patch that I can like stitch on the back of my jeans?
It's a sticker, so do with it what you will.
I can put that on there.
Oh, sure. Tell you what, Michelle. Let me put a lot of personal money out so that you can have a patch because you want to put it next to your Keep On Truckin' patch from 1972. Sure, let me fucking do that. I tease. Or text me. Text me at 610-698-5878. Let me know who the hell you are. Give me your address, and boom. And like Michael said, it cost you Zippo. It cost me money. It cost me fucking money.
So
do you know how expensive microphone foam spray is? It's not a thing, but if it was, I bet it would be expensive.
Even if you do what I did and throw the coaster and stickers directly in the trash can,
dude, what are the funniest?
It's a funny gag to cost Gary a bunch of money.
Okay, first of all, postage, and I got like 1,000 of these, so it costs like 10 cents a piece. But I will say this: one of the funniest fucking things I ever saw. So I send them out. I mass mailed them, and this cocksucker right here, this motherfucker, this motherless fuck, sends me a picture, and there's fucking. It's the trash can and the fucking thing just sitting. And I'm not, and like George Costanza with the fucking eclair, it's just fucking sitting there on the top. I fucking laughed for a day, dude. That was fucking fun. Because it was such a dick thing to do that if anybody, if you're watching and you know me, that is right at my fucking alley. Perfect. And Michelle, I know you and your whole family, so I know you guys would fucking love that too. Just fucking busting balls. No one busts balls like the Bayfingers. That's right. All right, so we're talking about this goddamn election that happened November 5th. So it's just short of a month ago. Michelle, you blinked out. You still there?
I'm here.
There you go. Oh, you're a little delayed now.
I kind of wish I had blinked out.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. All right. So we wanted to wait, like I said, wait a little bit, let the dust settle. Michael was a little emotional, I believe, too. That kind of thing. Because he's fucking pussy, but I'm kidding. Just fucking whatever.
Okay, here's the thing.
Well, hold on. I just want to say, boy, did I fucking have it wrong. If you watched the pre-episode, I'm like, oh, she's gonna win it and get north of 300 votes. Well, someone fucking did. Boy, did I have it wrong. Boy, did I underestimate how fucking hateful and fucking uneducated people are. Yeah, I'm going there. But here's the thing: the Dems can fuck off too. So, all you Trumpers, I'm not totally against you. Yeah.
I am totally against you, Trumpers.
Well, I hear you.
You can go fuck yourselves.
Well,
I was
all right, fair
angry.
enough. Yeah.
I knew that if we did a show that it wasn't going to be funny. I wasn't going to be able to be funny because I was just mad.
Why start now? No, I hear you. So let's put it out there. Where did the Dems go wrong? Michelle, take it away. What happened?
Where did we go wrong?
Where did the Dems go wrong?
Oh, if
you want to call it we.
Gosh.
If you want to personalize it, that's fine. But
I didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to tell you right now. I did my part. I don't know where everybody else was. I don't know if they just took a nap. No idea.
What do you think the messaging?
The fuck up.
Where do you think the messaging went wrong? If anything, Michael, go ahead. What she thinks? She
My
only had like weeks to prepare for this. That's I'm teasing.
sh-
But
the the
I,
messaging went wrong when they didn't get any sort of messaging out until 3 weeks before the election. I had no idea. Well, I had an idea because I had looked it up, like what they were going to do, but I didn't see in any campaign ads. I didn't see in any mailers. I didn't see in any text messages that they sent out what the plan was. It was just like, oh, Donald Trump's going to do this, so you don't want that to happen. And it's like, hey, you did that 8 years ago. I don't know if you remember.
Right.
That didn't work then either.
So
But they
hold on.
didn't put out.
Do you think there wasn't enough policy talk? Because to be fair, again, I, I hate to have to fucking repeat myself a million times, but I vote third party. I'm a crazy libertarian. I think you're all fucking nuts. I think you're all wrong. Okay. That said, I think Donald Trump is a singular evil. I'm cool with Republicans. I fucking voted Mitt Romney. I'm a registered Republican. But this is not Republican. This is not a Republican versus Democrat thing. This is sanity and normalcy versus that fucking maniac. And if you want to see it differently, that's fine. But I want people to know where I'm coming from. So please. And so you think there wasn't enough policy messaging? Because I think if anything, if there was anybody that was leading on policy a little bit more, it was the left. Donald Trump, literally every flow chart, even from the debate on, was them. They're coming in. They're gonna rape your blonde daughter. They're gonna fucking all that shit. Take all your jobs. They're lazy and they're gonna take your jobs. All of that. So do you think it was a lack of? Do you think it was too much boogeyman stuff and not enough policy?
Yes, because they like I said, most people get most of their information, and this is I'm not saying that this is the right way to do it. I'm saying this is how most people do it. Most people know what they're know about the candidates because of the ads that they see on TV or YouTube or whatever.
Right.
And none of Kamala's commercials had anything in it about what she wanted to do. It was all Donald Trump's, gonna cost you this amount of money because of his tariffs. Donald Trump is going to do this. Donald Trump is going to do that. And it's like, yes, but you have to let people know what you're going to do. And about 3 weeks before the election, I started hearing, oh, we're going to, try to cap the price on medicine, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And the credit for new homeowners and stuff. And it's like, that's what you should have been doing months ago, not 3 weeks before the election when everybody figured it out.
Michelle, go ahead. Jump in.
I really don't think that even going into policy earlier would have helped, because I really think that she is just way too stuck with what her and Biden together have done. And
Yeah,
you're never
she
going
definitely
to
had to
convince
wear.
anyone
She had to wear that
unless she
collar.
had thrown the little old man under the bus a couple of times. People don't understand what the vice president does during the 4 years versus what the president does during the 4 years. And everything that he did that nobody liked and everybody thinks they're in the worst place of their lives,
Yeah.
you're never going to convince them otherwise.
That was pretty funny how a lot of the hardcore MAGA was like, you've had 4 years. What have you done? What have you done? And I'm like, okay, allow me to counter. Name me one fucking thing of substance that Mike Pence did, or fucking any. That's the point, So I think that was, but here's the thing. Let's be honest. Overall, and this goes both sides, we're pretty much a low information people. And they kind of want it that way. I'm not like, when I say they, I'm not conspiracy guy, but like circus and, circus isn't fucking bread or whatever the hell it is. They want us kind of dumb and whatever. Because if we really thought about like the shit that really affects us, like they got us worried about like mysterious brown people coming over the border. Meanwhile, they're not really talking about like their fucking property tax or like grandma losing her house because she, all the shit that really fucking matters. They want us looking over there. So, I think, as far as, and you're right, I think that she had to wear the collar of the Biden administration. And Michael, I mean, they were talking about a short schedule here too. That's where they fucked up. Biden said he was going to be a one-term transition guy. The minute he got sworn in by January 20th, 2017, they should have been fucking holding. They should have been fucking primarying in already. You know what I mean? That's where they fucked up.
Yeah.
And then when he had that debate performance, that was a fucking disaster.
Yeah, but
he was like,
but until it was like 3 weeks. She had months that she could have been doing stuff, and she didn't do anything. She didn't show anything. She didn't tell anybody what she was going to do.
But they had to have the ideas to tell them. You know what I mean?
I guess.
I mean, I get it. These are things that should have.
I don't think people that voted for Trump would have understood her policies even if she did explain them. Even when I heard her at the town hall, like I went into the one question the gentleman asked was about price gouging. How are you going to keep my costs down for when I go to the grocery store? She brought up price gouging. Only she brought it up, and those of us that are educated enough understand that price gouging is only during like a crisis, during the storms, during things like that.
And even then, I have an argument against that too.
She didn't even answer.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
true. And honestly, and we won't get too down this rabbit hole, but I've talked about this on the show too, where price gouging. I'm not gonna say it's not a thing, but like we were talking about storms, it's a really good way to incentivize people to get things to people that fucking need them.
Right.
I got news for you. Fucking a guy who's bringing a truck in from one state over full of generators is a lot more use and charging $100 extra than you would have paid is a lot more useful than a bunch of charitable ones sitting on a fucking dock somewhere. I'm sorry, but we're not here to talk about that. But yes, and you're right. And you're right, price gouging, and they both pull. I mean, that's the thing. Everybody plays. By the way, congratulations. Anybody just tuning in, the Eagles have won. That game is over. They beat the Ravens 20.
Yeah, it's okay. I was recording it to watch later.
Oh, stop. You're recording it. First of all, wait, did you fire up your...
Okay, I know it dated me. Just don't even go there.
Thank you.
Don't even go there.
At least you didn't say taped it. You know what I mean?
It was on my VCR.
Yeah, you didn't use the word tape. I'll give you that. That's good. But anyway, so yeah, I there's always buzzwords, and that's the thing, because people give. That's why I say what you will about Trump. He gave people these easily digestible things. Those people.
He knew his audience.
You know how your life is kind of not how you want it to be? Well, here's the reason why. And people were like, well, that's true. There's no introspection. There's like, well, it couldn't be me and some of my decisions in my life. You're right. It's got to be somebody else. And people fucking ate it. And like you said, you saw all the ads. Michael, we talked about this on the show. They ran with that. I'm seeing a lot of like post-election analysis and things. And Michael, we talked about the Harris is for they, them, the they, them one, but basically with the trans stuff. And apparently that played extremely well with people. Because of course it fucking did. Yeah.
Because people don't like, it drives me crazy because the people who are like, oh yeah, we're afraid of trans people because they're coming, they just want to get into women's sports to beat women, and they just want to go into the women's bathroom to rape women. And it's like, I don't think,
and they want to recruit kids.
A trans person. I don't think you've ever met a trans person. I don't think you've ever talked to a trans person. You can absolutely go fuck yourself if you think that the reason that people become trans is because they're bad at sports and they want to like beat girls in sport. Like, fuck absolutely off to fucking hell.
I would imagine the instances of that are so rare. So it's not this big movement to infiltrate women's sports.
All the guys that I ever went to school with that were bad at sports went into like chess, band, and audio visual.
Yeah. Wait a minute. They called themselves.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I was co-captain my wrestling team. Hey, look who's here! Michelle, look who's here! Hey. It's Meredith.
Oh, hey, you want to talk about me?
We are here. Me and Big Mikey. Michelle, wait, Meredith likes to party?
She was tipping them back earlier.
Hey.
I don't know.
Judgment-free zone here in the back room. Well, quick history lesson for any new viewers. The back room is based. It's inspired by a bar. It comes from Izzy's from back in the day when we used to hang out in the back room. So please Drink. In fact, I'm happy Meredith was able to even just find it with this mail. What the, you know?
Well, she probably fell into it.
Oh, she accidentally, her finger accidentally hit it. Or maybe she was smart and sober Meredith set it up earlier. That way, when she was, yeah, that's smart. Genius. You're a genius. Hi, Meredith. Hope you get your TV fixed. It's a thing. She dashed me. So anyway, and I'll say this too about the Dems. You can't call people stupid and Nazis for 9 fucking years and then act surprised when you're not recruiting them to your fucking side. I'm just saying. Maybe a little tact. Hold on, guys. Lean in. I mean, we know they are. But
I was gonna say.
we know. Listen. We know. Look at your friends on Facebook and the ones that are like the really, really hardcore. Like some people just do it because like they're raised, and I guess I have to. Like they could have put Marvin the Martian in as the Republican, and they would vote for it. That's because it's a teams thing. But I'm talking about that hardcore, like people that think Trump's going to save the world. Let's be honest. Is it usually your smartest friend?
Hey, here, come in. Lean in close. Lean in close. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
These people are stupid Nazis.
No, they're not all stupid Nazis. No. Fuck, yes, we were. And Ellen and Carmen say hi. Ellen and Carmen.
Hi, Ellen.
They
and
have
Carmen.
a viewing part. No,
Hold on. Are Ellen and Carmen people or are
viewing
they
parties? Everybody on their own devices. We need views. We can't have 5 people looking at us on the same
Carmen was having
device.
some gas issues earlier.
Jesus.
And I'm sure I felt it. Yeah, anyway, good point. Meredith, anybody that's why are Ellen and Carmen people or dogs?
People.
Well, there you go. Ellen and Carmen, get on your own goddamn phones and call up the show. Good fucking point. Good point, Michael. Wait, you know what? This is not the Roosevelt era where people are huddled around the fucking radio. Way to bring up an old-timey fucking reference, Gary. Get on your own shit.
Exactly.
We need the fucking views. Good fucking point. Hey, that's why, Michael, you're the best in the business, dude. Get on your own fucking devices.
I know about getting views, except for my own show.
Ouch. Other than that, ouch. Well, and it's weird because your show's audio, so it would be really fucking weird if
it would be really weird if we had anybody watching.
Hey, getting back to those, stupid Nazi things, those words. Like so how do you bring them over? When they're simple, keep it simple, single word, 2-word people.
Right.
Like they, them.
Right.
They're coming for you.
Right. Do you want the answer? You don't.
Right?
You don't. Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Hey, Michael's got an answer.
I like it.
Michael's got an answer. A fucking crowbar upside the head.
Upside their fucking heads.
Yeah, they got
it's
guns
the only
too.
way.
See, here's the thing. You can't lump everybody in. There's plenty of people, plenty of old men. I met Michelle because of her now departed father-in-law, who was one of the dearest, sweetest, just most amazing human beings I've ever had the absolute pleasure of knowing. But he's also a very patriotic guy. And he may have not, and he also would have fucking hated Trump because Trump's evil. But who knows how you know what I mean? Because it's tradition and I would never have held that against him. You know what I mean? So to say everybody's a Nazi and everybody's
No.
Now, to be fair,
I'm absolutely not saying that.
To be fair,
everyone is a Nazi.
Right.
But there are a lot of fucking stupid Nazis, and they're all Trump supporters.
Yeah, that's true. There's not a lot of Nazis going to Harris rallies. I'll give you that.
Yeah, there's no way to get them back.
Yeah.
You have to go upside their head with a crowbar. At the very least, make them vegetables.
Well, we'll get to that actually, because I want to talk about that specifically about potentially like if it's time for a fucking divorce. But so basically, what it came down to, people say, was it was about inflation. And that's why I called this episode Gas and Eggs. Or was it something else? Now, Michelle, I know with you, obviously, you are very, very, very outspoken, like my wife, about what's potentially has happened and what potentially could happen moving on with women's rights. So what do you see as some, like what are some reasonable fears that you think that, or maybe already are happening? And try to do it without saying the word Project 2025, because that's a little bit of a red herring, maybe. But so, what do you think? What do you?
Well, yeah, until I see it, I don't,
Right.
I will tell you that I have heard stories. I think I told you I have heard stories come out from, family and friends post-election that I really wish they would have expressed pre-election.
What do you mean?
And it is about health decisions. It is about decisions that people are making. I know someone who is literally making the decision not to have a child right now, going into the next 4 years, because their fear is that they aren't going to get the health care they need in a crisis.
Wow.
Like, that's insane.
Wow. Yeah.
That is absolutely insane.
It is pretty fucked up that we have to have healthcare people going, ooh, I don't know. I want to help. But I mean, that's literally happened. There are already stories that, documented cases where it's like, I could get myself in a big jam here. Like, wow, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure if there's a name written on this whole body part in here, it's my name. It belongs to me,
Right.
I'm the one that knows how to fix it. I'm the one that knows how to pleasure it, actually.
I know.
So guess what? It's mine.
Okay, tell us more about that part. Go ahead.
Yeah, Gary needs to know.
Hold on. Let me play this. Oh, it didn't play.
It just drives me absolutely insane that if we were talking about something being done with the male body, did I go out?
That's okay. It'll come back. You're still
It'll
on.
come back.
Yeah,
If we were talking about something going on with the male body, it just wouldn't be the same conversation. It wouldn't be.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, people put up those like, get rid of Viagra. If God didn't want your boners to, you think whatever.
yeah, it's not even about, whatever. They can manually fix that too.
Yeah.
They'll figure it
Fucking
out.
pumps and pulleys, cantilevers.
Exactly.
What?
Just go old school, back to the 70s,
Yeah, there you go. Popsicle sticks and some athletic tape, right?
Exactly.
Sure.
We have to figure it out.
So
Besides that, we don't need that anyway.
right. Well, there you go. So as far as in the sort of overall trope about inflation, I mean, it's pretty much been proven that it's not. Okay, I swear I was going to bring up a topic about Michael. I talked to you about it. Things that drive you nuts about the campaign or the system and all that makes you nuts that you pretty much think you have a grasp on that people just don't understand. And for me, it is not understanding where inflation started and where it came from. And people want to lump in like corporate greed, which is like, I guess. But they weren't greedy 4 years ago. I mean, come on, it's not new. But when Trump was it all started with COVID. I think this is all people were pissed off about COVID. I said this shit like early on, like in March of 20, when I was doing podcasts about. I did a series, stories from the pandemic, talking to people how their lives were being affected for work and school and stuff like that. And I said, damn, I go, this is going to be a problem. And what shocking, it really is. And I think that people don't understand. People think that everybody was lighting cigars with $100 bills up until January 20th of 2017. I'm sorry, of 21 when Biden took over. And it's just not the fact. I mean, Trump signed what? 2 or 3 stimulus bills, $2.2 trillion. Remember those checks that had to delay to come out because they wanted to put his name on it? Remember all those? All that stuff. The man, everybody, they jumped trillions of dollars artificially into the economy, which all inflation is. It's too much fucking money. And then Biden just fucking poured gasoline on that too. That's the one that drives me nuts. This whole, I think things were better under Trump until they fucking weren't. As if nothing happened before that. So, I don't know. Your thoughts, go. I had to get that one out. That one drives me fucking nuts. They're all fucking complicit.
I don't know. There's still an awful lot of people sitting at the bar stools at the bars I want to go into when I walk in. So somebody has money to be paying for shit.
There you go. Yeah.
Get out. You don't have money. Get out right now.
Yeah. Tell you what, if your Facebook posts go between things like, oh, man, times are tough. Eggs are so expensive. Milk, and then other times to talk about how you can't wait to get your ink therapy, to fill in that fucking sleeve, then you can fuck right off with that bullshit, by the way. And there are plenty of people that do shit like that. You're complaining about fucking, price of gas, and then you're getting your sleeve filled in. Fuck you.
Getting those big tires on your truck.
Yes. What's something, Michael? Is there something that about that drives you nuts that you think people just are not fucking getting through?
Yes. It's the people who say, "Oh, we got to get government out of stuff. We have to be able to say whatever we want, and we have to be able to get our guns, and we have to be able to do this, and we have to be able to do that. But we can't let drag queens tell stories at the library. We can't let people get hormone replacement therapy if they want to. We can't let the gays get married. I wish the government would get involved in that shit. Fuck also you, because you're not looking for freedom. You're looking for freedom for you and the stuff that you like.
Your
and the
way.
stuff that you don't like, you would like the government to get involved with that.
Doesn't that
So
work both ways?
you're either for freedom or you're for, like, they don't want freedom.
Yeah.
They fucking want a
Authoritarianism.
dictator.
Yeah. Yeah. You're freedoming wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a theory on that.
Please.
If most of the Trump fans,
Right.
Trump supporters,
Right.
would simply vote to, like, yes, let's get rid of mandatory helmets on motorcycles and seatbelts. I really do have a theory that we could have some natural selection going on here, and Kamala may have won.
I'm a big, like,
Call the herd.
with RFK and his, like, let's get rid of all vaccines. Let's let people drink raw milk. Let's get rid of, all this stuff. And it's like, sure, let the people drink their raw milk. Let the people collect the rainwater and drink it. Like, then fucking die. Fucking get sick and die.
Right.
And the world is going to be a better place without you, you fucking dipshits.
Doesn't all that?
See, we don't even need that crowbar.
No, I'm gonna.
I still might need the crowbar, because if we see if I'm out in a city and I see a bunch of people with black and red masks carrying Nazi flags, the crowbar is going upside their head. I don't give a fuck.
Now, to be play devil's advocate, doesn't it work both fucking ways?
Okay with that.
I mean, honestly, if you talk about, that's why I've said before in the show, I don't give a shit. Voting's kind of because I don't care what side you think. Everybody thinks they're on the righteous side, but at the end of the day, it's just telling your neighbors how you want them to live their life, whether it be locally, federally, So I think everybody kind of does. Everybody's trying to assert their morals and their values because they're absolutely sure that it will be the right thing for society. And that comes from every fucking side of the whole fucking spectrum. And
that's
the only
like,
cure, the only potential, well, the only potential cure for that is true individual freedom. Hold on, have company waiting for them to leave. Yeah, fucking beat it, company.
And
you should be free. Free why? Free? You should be free. Why? I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what you mean, honey. That's the lovely. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. But the literal Nazis, the literal motherfuckers marching with Nazi flags, they don't want freedom. They don't want people to be able to exist alongside of them.
Tell you what.
So they
yet they're the
have
same
to go.
People who will sit there and say, yeah, I'm for the veterans because they fought for our rights to be free, right?
Right.
They're the same people.
Which isn't really. I don't want to offend anybody, but fought for our freedom by being over halfway across the world. I don't know about that. To do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. Okay, here's what I want to do, Michael. I want to, and both everybody, I want to take away these extremes. We've heard. It wouldn't be a backroom show with Michael on if the word Nazi didn't come up. Let's not even talk about the fringe. Let's talk about that middle of the road. Like what happened? Like what people had a choice, which I thought a clear choice. I'm like, we can say, to me, the election, what I thought came down to sort of incompetence on the left, and we'll take care of you, and way too much government overreach. We're going to just pay for everything, and then like specifically Trump, evil and wanting to be a dictator. Because I mean, he said it. He fucking hates the guardrails. He said he's talked to dictators like, oh, he's like, that guy's great. 1 billion people and he with an iron hand. You got to be smart to do that. Like you can tell, like Donald Trump fucking hates freedom and he hates America. Like that's fucking obvious. But people say things like he wants to save us and give us back. I'm like, wow, what fucking angel dust are you fucking taking? You know? Exactly. So I think it's a lot of, and like we
If
said,
only they were.
you know, and I think what worked with this one was a lot of the nationalism / immigration talk, you know, and I think because inherently we're all a little racist, you know, we're a little, you know, we all have a flare up in traffic every night, which I think is a Theo Vaughn fucking line or some shit. But it really fucking worked, you know. I'm sure I not really talked about that. What is your stance on like? Excuse me, I just burped. Immigration, like, as far as like, do you think?
So I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, I just want legal immigration. I want there's so much more to it to make the process better
Right.
for people.
Because legal can mean whatever the hell we
who are
say it
looking
does.
for a better place and a better life and a better and these people coming across our border. And let's just talk about we're talking mostly about our southern border, right?
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, we're not rounding
That's
up the
where most of the
Swedish
fear is
medical
coming
students
from.
that overstayed their visas. No one cares about them. It's those
Right.
it's those caravans that are that
But those
always
are the people
disappear.
that are also going to be getting kicked out. If so, I to me, I do want to make the process easier. I just want people to be able to like walk across some little gated area, sign into a little something something. There should be. Come on, the DMV works. Let's get it going.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like get in there, sign into something.
Disneyland.
You know?
Put some
Show something and get your name on the books, get your name in a system, and then let's get you in there and get you started and start being a contributing part of our society. I mean, they already are. I've talked to you before about this. I know from my own experience and being in companies where there are jobs that flat out Americans will not do because they are too hard, they're too dirty, they're too hot to actually do the work. They don't want to
dangerous.
do the work.
Yeah. Remember the bridge in Baltimore that got hit by the ship?
Who was the worker?
There were 5 people killed. Every single one of them was from South or Central America. Every single one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Lady Poopington, Chick-fil-A should take over ICE. Yeah, they got their shit down, don't they? Yeah, people are inherently scared of the other, and it's an easy boogeyman. Now, okay, and people want to throw in. I saw people, and I feel bad. I forget her name. The girl that was killed. They just had the court case. The girl that was killed by an illegal migrant.
Yes.
I forget her name. Damn it! I
The
tried.
jogger.
What's that?
The jogger, right?
Yeah, I try to pride
jogging,
myself
right?
on knowing all the fucking names. That way I feel like I'm not talking on my ass, but I'm blanking on this one. Yes. And I saw people putting up the memes like, he kept her hostage for 16, she fought for 16 minutes and blah, blah, blah. Don't you ever dare tell me I don't care about women's rights. It's like, all right, that's clever. I guess you get it. But, and it's horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. But freedom's ugly. Freedom can be really messy. And so we're going to, like exactly what you said, people that want to come and try a chance. I don't believe in a welfare state. I don't think we should be handing out things, which a lot of that is bullshit anyway. This idea that they get welfare. It's not fucking true. And sorry. And, oh, well, their kids go to our school. Oh, my God. Some kid with a tilde in his name got a fucking lunch. Oh, what a bunch of monsters we are. By the way, we got plenty of money for bombs to go kill other brown people, but whatever.
Yep.
So this idea that, you know, people just want a shot at a better fucking life. And if all you see is terror and bad and they're coming to get you, well, then, you know what? Here's the thing. If you want to stop people from doing something because of any inherent danger, then never fucking drive a car again. Never leave your fucking house. Yeah, it is fucking horrific that people have been killed by people who, you know, whatever, who, of statuses, you know, that were, you know, as we sit here, are deemed illegal. But God damn it, why should everybody else have to pay the price? And apparently, We're talking about inflation and things going on. Apparently, a lot of economists are saying we're going to pay a fucking price. We start rounding everybody up. Just the price of doing it alone.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Hell yes, we are.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that, Michael? Go.
I'm against countries. Like, fuck countries. I don't think there should be borders for anything. If you can get there, fucking you can live there.
Yeah.
This is not the America that the Constitution was based off of. This is not, 1800. This is a world, like, people are citizens of the world at this point. We are all interconnected with our everything. Like, people can talk to somebody in a second who's halfway across the world. People can, oh, great. That's great that you zoomed in on me right when I was
oops. Looking at porn.
Like, people can, stuff comes from all over the world that we buy and trade and sell. And like, to be like, oh, if it doesn't come from here, if it's not made by our people, then it's gonna cost 50% more. Like, fuck you. That's not the way things work anymore. It's not even 1980 anymore.
No.
Like, everything is connected. We have to fucking roll with it. It's not that hard to grasp.
Right.
That we're not like a bunch of independent countries anymore. That's not how it works.
Right.
We don't make stuff here. We don't have the resources here to make all the stuff that we need. So the stuff that the other countries do have the resources for, we need to get it from there.
Yeah.
So if you are gonna, put a 100% tariff on shit like he says he's gonna do, then guess what? It blows my mind that this motherfucker says 8 years ago that they're going to build a wall and Mexico's going to pay for it. People fucking bought it.
Yeah, they're just going to write a check. Here you go.
And now this time he's saying, oh yeah, I'm going to put tariffs on, and the countries are going to pay the tariff. What the fuck is wrong?
There you go.
With you?
There's your something people need to understand. Yeah.
What makes you think that that's going to work? There has never been a point in time where the country that you're taxing is going to pay those taxes. That's not how it
historically, before the federal income tax, there was a whole thing with tariffs, and that's how a lot of government made the money. This is not that, though. This is not that. This is, like you said, this is not the 1800s, late 1800s, exactly. There you go. There's another thing. Tariffs, exactly.
Global segregation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Michelle, you and I were just talking about that exact fucking thing yesterday.
Yep.
People think that we're going to wall off the United States, okay? Protectionism, which is kind of how like fucking wars start, by the way. We're going to wall off the country. No one's going to get in or out. And we're just going to make every fucking spring, every coil, every little fucking, the minutia, every single part, we're going to make it here. And then everybody will just buy it and we'll be okay. That ain't how it fucking works. It's never going to fucking work.
No.
People talk about, his thing is Make America Great Again, and people harken back to the 50s. Let me give you a quick little fucking history lesson that we think we all understand. You may recall what happened in the mid to late 40s when the world was fucking destroyed. Most of the world was fucking bombed. You know who wasn't? Good old fucking America. So we had a bit of a head start. And then the Japanese came along and kicked their ass. It's never, ever, ever, ever going to happen again. Like we said to you, Michelle, we live on a planet. Zoom out. Zoom the fuck out, everybody. We need China to have a thriving economy. We need everybody else, because who else is going to buy our things? Now Trump's even threatening Canada because his own deal. Remember that NAFTA replacement they signed to USMCA, and it basically guarantees that, like, we're never going to not. Here's what he wants to do. He wants to take, like, say, Ford, for example, who gets part of the cars are built or parts are manufactured in other countries, say Mexico or Canada. They're going to ship them in, put a tariff on it, and then put it in. Congratulations. You just made cars more expensive. I mean, we all had fucking economics in school. Baby food.
And-
Thank you, honey. Denise brings up a really good point. Remember the baby food crisis like a year and a half or so ago?
Right.
That was directly related. Seriously, in the agreement, they specifically, in the USMCA, they specifically mentioned things like baby formula. So when we were running low because of the...
Don't worry about the USDA. We won't have any of that.
Yeah, that...
It's not a problem.
I'm not... I'm not exactly... I think... Well, okay, we won't get into that.
We're not going to get into...
They're not going to get into that. I think states can handle
on
certain
food.
things too, but I'm not entirely unopposed to getting rid of a lot of the federal government, but that's another time. But in Canada, they were sitting on all this fucking baby formula and things, and because of the agreement, we couldn't import it. And like, oh, we'd like to, but we can't because of their own fucking rules they set up. And of course, everybody blamed Biden. They blame fucking Biden. And really, it was in the fucking contract, in the agreement, that we couldn't import it because they're trying to be so protectionist. So it's not going to work. It's just not going to ever work again. We live in a planet where economies, where we get parts and things, and some of it's dumb. There's a lot of things that like are grown someplace, processed across the ocean, and they come back. I get it. That is kind of fucking weird, but it's how it is.
I'm trying to talk Jeff into letting me buy a brand new car right now because I'm afraid I won't be able to get one in the next 4 years.
Yeah. Hold on to your fucking cars too, and maybe you'll get when you go to sell them. Just like what happened 2 years ago. The fucking used cars were going through the roof.
Keep mine.
Yeah. Used cars were going through the fucking roof price-wise. So
Maybe I should buy a couple right now.
Yeah. That might not be a bad idea. We, of course, are in the middle of working with a builder and to do a remodel and build a studio. I'm like, fuck.
We can go even smaller than that. And I love coffee. And guess what? Guess how much coffee is grown in the United States? Fucking none.
Nada.
None.
0.0?
And look, the coffee that I get is from Puerto Rico. Right. But guess what?
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. That's America. That's America.
Trump is so fucking stupid that he's probably going to figure out a way to put tariffs on stuff from Puerto Rico.
I was wondering where you were going with that. Okay.
Yeah.
We have to tariff the hell out of them. Sir, they're American territory.
Yeah.
What? They're what?
Nope.
They are? Oh, they're the ones that threw the paper towels at?
No, that's not how this works.
Dictionary, tariff.
Tariff. Loves it. Yeah. It's a great word. It's stupid. It's because Trump is not an intellectual. He's intellectually lazy. It's pretty obvious. I've always called him the kid with the book report that you have the word minimum. You have to have 500 words. And he's like, it's very, 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 very hot. And they went to the store because they were very, 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 like, he just doesn't fucking have, he's not, but he's got like lizard cunning. He's got lizard salesman shit in him, and it fucking worked for 75 million fucking people. So
I don't understand how anybody can listen to him talk and say, that's my guy. That's the guy I want running everything. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And I don't know how anybody could fucking go on the other side either. I don't know how fucking wandering brain Biden ever, Jesus Christ. Dude, the man was fucking had by the early, but a year ago, the man already clearly had pudding in his head. The man had pudding in his fucking head.
And Trump has pudding in his head and has since he was president. Yeah. He has never made any sense. The things that he says do not make any sense. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about an old ass guy with dementia, who I don't want to make fun of because he obviously has some sort of problems. Like he obviously has some mental problems.
He fucking does.
And I do not. But also, even before that, he was fucked up. Like, he sucked always. So you take somebody who sucks and then give them dementia, and then they just suck and they're dumb. and people listen to him say his nothing and then go, yep, that guy's just like me. If that guy's just like you need to go to a fucking doctor.
Yeah, I will say that it's like if his values and things align with you, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like speaking of it, okay, you know what, Michelle? By the way, I want to hear both of you. I want to hear because we kind of brush over. I want to hear some criticism of the left, a little bit too. I sure fucking do. And I don't mean like the campaign. I mean like overall, like where they make mistakes. I think they're too nanny state. I think trying to like pay off education, pay off everything. Like that's, which is funny because Trump just goes and does the same thing. He talks about, I'm going to take care of our great farmers because his tariffs. Just look it up, people. Do your own research. He wound up giving a $19 billion fucking buyout to the farmers because they couldn't sell their goddamn soybeans. So, but it's not socialism when he fucking does it. It's being a generous, caring guy. But whatever. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think? What do they got to change? Because clearly they got their asses handed to them. They lost both houses of Congress, the presidency, and, you know, it's not an elected position, but they now control, you know, they control the Supreme Court, the conservatives.
I like I said earlier, I really don't know what else we can do because I feel like what we're trying to do is just basically, you're right though about like we're maybe too giving of everything. Let's just give it everything out to everybody and make everybody happy. And I don't know. Maybe we need to be more selfish.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a very old guy way of thinking.
I mean, I can't. I'm exhausted from fighting, like, and trying to explain what reality is to some people.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm living in reality, but others aren't. So I don't know how to explain to them. You can't educate somebody that doesn't want to be educated or isn't it can't be educated.
Well, see, I'm going to push back. I'm going to call you out right there. You kind of fell into the trap. You're assuming I'm smart, and you are actually. I'm not. That doesn't really dig on you, but it's like, but this is what people wanted. It's easy to say they're ignorant, they're impulsive, they're more fucking heart feelings than head. I get all that. And it's not entirely wrong. But nothing's going to change. I think if we just say, I know what's going on. You should listen to me. You're dumb. You're a hick. You're from Valley. I mean, that's not going to help anything. It's just going to be more the same, don't you think?
I don't know. I mean, it may absolutely be.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine with all these millions of people that we have in this country, we can't come up with some better options of who to put out there. I'm a mix. I'm very much a mix.
Mm-hmm.
I consider myself an independent.
Right.
But
these are different circumstances. I will say that. This is not traditional. This is not Reagan Mondale, you know. Absolutely not at all. That's true. This is evil. Evil versus
I feel
incompetence.
like you can't even get into the facts and really get into details. I mean, I guess we can.
Right. Do whatever the hell you want. So
we can.
So brings me to another talking point. Can we ever go back? Or is it time to talk about maybe a national split? And I don't even necessarily mean what to. I mean, is 337 plus million people too much for, like I said, I run the show into the ground, but it makes a point. We have more housewife shows than we have viable fucking candidates for things. I mean, what do you think? Do you think we're at a point of no return? Or do you think we talk about
it getting any better? Do you see anybody changing on either side?
No. Oh, Meredith, wait, hold on.
Wait.
Ross, I'm a registered non-affiliate. Was there too much focus on women and abortion and they lost men? That's a really good fucking point. That's a good fucking point, Lady Poopington.
They didn't lose. I don't think they lost men over the abortion issue.
Do you think it was too much of a soul unit?
Typically care.
Yeah.
I don't think they lost them over that. If they lost them over any women issues, it's the fact that there was a woman running for the office.
Well, I think to say too much lost the man, I don't think it means like, I think it means like, give me something else on the menu too. It's not a matter of not caring. It's a matter of like, what else you got? Maybe.
Right. Give me more meat.
Maybe.
Give me more meat.
These, yeah. It also shouldn't need to be that way. We also shouldn't need like fucking. It drives me nuts because because men, look, especially men are
Here we
always
go.
like, oh, how come we don't get a straight pride month, or how come white lives don't? It's straight white men.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck you, straight white men.
Wait,
Like,
whoa.
no, fuck you, straight white men. You have gotten away with, you're running shit. Like, straight white men run fucking everything. And
Yeah.
to give people anything other than straight white men running stuff makes straight white men feel like, oh, they're taking over. Like, you don't get a parade for being the people who have kept everybody else from doing stuff. Like, I hear it's always straight white men. Fuck you. It's always straight white men who say, oh, well, why don't we get a month? Where's our straight pride month? Where's our, white lives matter? Where's this? Where's that? You don't get that.
That's every month. That's every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's every day.
Yeah.
And
White History Month.
like,
Yeah.
you get these people who say, oh, that's a DEI hire. When somebody says that's a DEI hire, make no mistake about it. They mean that they think that only a straight white man can do that job, or should be doing that job. If they say DEI hire, that means that they think straight white men should be doing that.
Yeah.
It means that they don't think that anybody else can make the same impact that they do.
Ross, checking in. I've heard Puerto Rican men say no just because she's a woman. And he's also going, preach. And I hear you. I mean,
and here comes the straight white man pushing back on him. Fuck you, Gary.
Okay, stop, straight white. Well, whatever the hell you are. And first of all, thank you. That's another example. Like, I hear you, and I totally fucking get it. But you're acting out of anger, and you're not convincing anybody. You're just making people feel like, well, fuck you then.
And that's fine, because I've been alive.
That's fine, but then expect the same fucking result every fucking time.
Yeah, because the same result happens no matter what we do.
I agree with you.
If we try to go into the middle, the same fucking thing happens. So yeah, I'm fucking mad.
I basically agree with you. And I've said this on the show before, that these people that want to talk about how I heard people. I remember, goddamn fucking monitor thing. Hold on, stupid fucking thing. I bought a cheap ass fucking flexible monitor stand thing on fucking eBay, and it's crap, and it fucking pops up. All right.
Is that what happens when you start touching the naughty parts?
Maybe. Oh God, that thing would be going up and down all constantly ever since you got on.
Kind of goes up.
Yes. Hey now. All right. But let me get back to it before I forget. Yes, I remember people saying, "Oh, Biden said he's gonna make an effort to hire women and minorities," and then they were screaming about. And by the way, these are all the MAGA people that used to show up on my fucking timeline. Whatever happened to just earning it, a merit-based system? And I go, okay, how about this? How come not one fucking time, there's a name I want to say, but I won't fucking say his name. How come you never once, and he's an older guy, he's in his mid-60s now. How come you never once fucking said, it really is a bunch of like middle-aged white guys. You're telling me that there's not one Asian woman in a wheelchair who isn't fucking a good candidate for a fucking job? So if you think it is all merit-based, then you're saying you think that it's only ever been those kind of people? So that's the pushback on that. You go, exactly, where the fuck were, because that's the thing. You can call people out on their own bullshit. They'll try to cover themselves and go, I'm not racist. I just want the best person. You go, okay, well, how come you never argued about how come there are no great people that are fucking women or people of color or gay or anything like that? So exactly. So I do agree with you fundamentally, but this idea that like, you're just inherent, because you're making it sound like, those people are those straight white guys. And I know people don't want to hear it about the privilege thing, but and you know what? I am going to push back, because guess what? I didn't get the handshake, okay? I didn't get the key to the executive watcher. Now, I do understand there are certain things that I never have to just societally overcome because of that. And I get that, and I'm cool, and I'm an ally, and all that kind of horse shit. But don't just fucking throw everybody in a fucking box. because of, that's kind of half the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have I
No, it
stunned
is.
the crowd? What?
It is, but like I said, getting like trying to work with people who think like that has gotten us exactly nowhere ever,
Mhm.
because nobody's going to change their mind. So if you don't, sometimes you have to force people to
That's
do
force.
things,
Yeah.
and
Force 'em.
then when they see that it works, then they're like, oh, okay, fine, it works. But like, you can't just expect for rich people to, do anything to help anyone else. You can't just expect straight white people to accept gay people or trans people or women
Right.
or anything like that. You can't expect that. Sometimes you have to force
Mhm.
people to accept things, because historically they do not.
See, I think you have to. People have the right to not be. I think people have the right to dignity of self. But this idea that you're gonna. I don't care if someone fucking hates people. I don't care if a pizza shop owner wants to put a sign on his window that says no fucking, no blacks allowed. I don't like it. I'm not going there, but I want to fucking know where this guy stands. Now, you can't be hurting people. You can't be spitting in their food. You can't be physically all that. But this idea that you're gonna like legislate morality or people go, I was wrong. That's just, dude, fucking, if you want to go biblical, goddamn, Cain killed his brother, but awful, violent, disgusting, hateful people. We just are.
Well, we're
And-
not
and
going
so
to go
I'm not-
biblical
I think
because
there
the
are way
Bible
too
is full of bullshit.
If this election has shown us anything, it has shown us that there are way too many fucking people out there that if you don't force them, they will always keep people in the back of the bus. They will always choose to not let people in their fucking pizza shops. And then people like me who want to say, fuck that pizza shop, all of a sudden, all the pizza shops around me are going to be doing it.
Right.
All of them. They're all going to be doing it.
Well,
'cause they're all gonna be
that's a
afraid
bit of a
not to.
leap, but
No,
It
it's
just-
not.
We came from
okay,
this.
you know what?
We came from this.
You don't have a
Ask
right.
any person who was black and couldn't go to a school with
Right.
all white children.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We
I'm going to
came
jump
from
in.
that, and
You've
we-
got to separate government people. The government has no fucking right to absolutely. But you can't lump in Mario, the racist pizza shop owner, and government denying people fucking basic rights. They are not the fucking same thing. They are not the same fucking thing. They're not.
Yeah, but if it
Mario's
wasn't
got a
for the
right to be
government-
as. And I'm not defending fucking Mario. Mario could go fuck off. Let's be clear about that. But I think that's where we go wrong. We think like we're not going to change it. I mean, and it's not a cynical, awful way to look at it. It's reality. We talk about reality. The reality is there are a bunch of small-minded. Michelle, we come from the same fucking town. We know what the fuck we grew up around.
Yep.
We know what the fuck it was, and things are better generationally, absolutely.
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
there's still this, and we're not gonna vote our way out of it. And like I was saying to Michael, I think the only possible way to start to do anything is to destroy a power structure. And you're right. There are too many people who have a fucking interest to keep that fucking power. And we've given it away too much. We've gotten too lazy to go, here's my power. That's where it goes wrong. And if people want to go over take the Dakotas and Wyoming and go form Hatesylvania, all you fucking want, and just circle jerk each other and talk about how awful minorities are. But go do your own fucking thing. But
So
don't
we're gonna segregate again.
stay the
We're
fuck
gonna
out of
segregate.
fucking decent society. I'm okay with it. Go fucking live over there. All right, hold on. Lady Poopington, agreed. If white men feel underrepresented, I don't care. Talk to any female, LGBTQ, disabled, black, brown, etc. person, please. Yeah, absolutely. That's my wife.
Agreed.
Absolutely. I fucking agree. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And
But
I
you-
agree with it. I don't even
and
necessarily.
I know, but you have to argue with me.
Dude, it's a fucking talk show. It's a fucking talk show. If we want to just call it we're going to agree on everything we ever say, I mean, that's kind of boring.
All right,
I know
boys.
it's annoying,
That's
but
pretty nice.
also you
Nice.
can agree sometimes, Gary. It's okay
And I
to
do agree.
sometimes.
It's here's You're talking about our Marios. Actually, funny enough, Rusty, I'm not. Actually, I'm really not. Where we from? There was a Marios. But it's not about the over. It's some of the minutia. You know what I mean? Like things aren't black and white. There's shades of gray in it. What do we got here?
I can't get it on there.
Hate never made any nation great. Now, I agree on that. Absolutely. Dude, I'm a very Stug-Stan Hopian libertarian that I think nationalism is...
not on there, don't segregate.
Nationalism is fucking stupid. It's people taking pride in something that they've not fucking... You know, people wear patriotism and love of country. They wear it like in Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. You get the merit badge for doing a thing, except you didn't have to do anything. And I'm with you. I would say, what the fuck do I have more in common with somebody in Santa Cruz, California than someone in Toronto, which is much closer to me, just because they're over a line? I don't give a shit about that. But this idea that, again, goes back to freedom is fucking ugly. People have every fucking right to say the awful, terrible fucking things they do. Now, it's when they use the power of it to put people down. That's where I was with you on that. But you wanted to argue about like opinions and feelings. I don't give a fuck about anybody's feelings. It's when you use that power structure to hurt people. Dude, fucking libertarian. Hello. I don't want anybody fucking telling anybody what to do. But you're sure allowed to fucking express yourself. If you want to be Mario, the racist piece of shit guy, you know, you're a fucking dick, but go fuck yourself.
And we've agreed on that every time that it's been brought.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
I'm not trying to see, that's the thing. I'm not trying to say that you have to feel the way that I feel.
Right.
But the structure of power is structured towards these straight white men being like running everything, and that's just the way it is. And
I think you can expand on it too, like the family unit, the Christian family unit. You're right, it's all of that. If you're not, Denise and I lived together for 20 fucking years, unmarried, and it was like, oh, even now, like, what are you gonna, you know?
And we're not, you know. I forget what
I apologize.
I forget what I was gonna.
You were talking about not feelings versus, you know.
Yeah. I'm not trying to say that anybody's and like the what were you saying earlier about how you never got your card?
Oh, the privilege.
Yeah, your privilege. Like I have it too. I have the privilege too. The privilege is not that we're getting rich because we're white men. It's that we don't have to deal with certain things because we're white men. I realize that I've had opportunities that some people won't have. Like I can walk down the street at night without, you know, worrying about it. I have fucking trans friends. I have like women friends who can't go to the fucking grocery store. I've had to accompany my friends to the grocery store because they get fucking accosted by always straight white men just for being different than they are. And that's why I'm so fucking angry about it, because unlike a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm not racist, I have, you know, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
my friends are actually all different races, all different genders. My kid is fucking non-binary. It affects me when people are like, oh, you know, these men just want to get into the women's bathroom. Like, that's not what it
that's fucking insane.
is.
I'm with you.
That's not what it is.
No.
And I know that that's not what you're saying, Gary. I'm not mad at you.
I know you
I'm
know.
mad at the people who do think that.
I believe me. Dude, we're friends, and we have to fucking get a little, you know, you have to get a little warm around the fucking, you know, of course, and again, it's a talk show, you know, and plus, I honestly, and you know, I'm playing, don't forget, I'm always playing a character. I'm Gary, the talk show host. Michelle, go ahead.
And if we want to
are we switching subject matters here? Because I think we might have.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You will have to go through me. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you want to get at my trans friends, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm a 6'1", 270-pound man. I'm strong as fuck. Like, you're not like you're not gonna. It's not gonna be easy. I don't care. Like this Trump victory has my trans friends fucking scared.
Yeah.
And it's not just because of the government, it's because of the fucking balls that it's given these racists and bigots.
Been saying that since 16. He gives people permission to be fucking assholes. And
Like-
well, assholes to put it mildly. Well, let's go to the chat.
I was gonna say not even assholes, but literally to be threatening lives.
Absolutely.
Like Michael was saying, like literally to be threatening lives. I have a lot of people in my life the same, and I will do anything. Stuck.
That's right. Keep going.
Thank you. I will do anything, absolutely anything, and it has taken me, you know, as a woman who has come from like as a 50-some-year-old woman. I always forget my age. So I know 50-something, mid 50s. Who has come from a background of living in a more racist community, an all-white community. You know, I can remember when we had the first black man or kid in our school, you know, things like that. I know that I have done better than my parents have and then my grandparents have, but it took me up until about 20 years ago to realize that just saying nothing wasn't enough. Just saying nothing and being fucking quiet wasn't enough.
Right on.
And I have had to get to the point where I will be with a very good friend of ours and her husband, and I might be with these people and hanging out with these people, but I do know that what some feelings are and what words will come out, and it is ignorance. And before, back in the day, I would just turn my back, turn away, not listen to it, walk out of a room. Now I don't do that.
Good for
now I
you.
actually have to say something.
Good for
because
you.
I realize by me being silent, I'm saying that it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's not okay.
It is fucked up how
and
casual some people get around you.
Right.
I've had plenty of instances where somebody sees another white guy and Denise and I, there's a bar we used to go to. This guy, fucking racist as fuck. There was a black woman. It was the news, and they were doing the like report on the street, like she was a witness to the crime thing. And he actually said, "There's something you see in a zoo." I'm like, "Motherfucker, you don't know me. You don't get to fucking just say that kind of shit, motherfucker." You know, I'm with you. Absolutely. Let's go.
I will stand up for a perfect stranger in a situation, and I look for the opportunity to do so. Whether that means that I'm always looking for that. You know me, I'm a little bullheaded, so I'm always looking for a fight.
Yeah.
Always looking for a fight.
I'm the youngest of five. I love a fight. Yes.
But I have changed it and turned it around to I am always looking for an opportunity to stand up for somebody and make somebody feel a little bit better about themselves in a situation and to put somebody straight.
Because that's called giving a shit. Exactly. That's why I fucking despise Donald Trump so much. He's a fucking bully. I was fortunate enough. I was kind of like popular in school. I don't have any of the like locker stuff in a locker bullshit issues, but I saw shit happen to people and I fucking hated it. And I came from like a tough upbringing. Parents separated. We were in home for a while, so I know what it felt like to be fucking feel desperate and lonely and like, oh my god. I mean, then I'm not fucking comparing my plight to anybody else's. I'm just saying, like, and my fucking whole life was like, I fucking hate bullies. And that is 100% because it's easier to just be like, you know, knock the books down and just physically take, I'm in charge now, than to, God forbid you had to like prove your self-worth with your fucking brain or your heart. You know, there's nothing weak about compassion and being fucking nice. That's we talk about this on the show all the time, Michael and I, and as far back as it goes, fucking be fucking nice. Just, and nice doesn't mean weak. Nice, I mean, Michelle, you work with fucking dogs.
Quite the opposite, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I think it takes a lot to stand up in these situations sometimes, you know? So
Denise and I remember years ago watching some Animal Planet show, and it was one of these like behind the scenes at a vet kind of thing. And the biggest, baddest biker looking fucking guy had to bring in his little buddy, his little Yorkie or something like that, and they take him back, and he just broke. You know, and I'm fucking crying thinking about it because there's a guy who's got like all this toughness in the world, but he had fucking compassion, and it doesn't mean he's any weaker. What's fucking wrong with that, people? You know what I mean? That's what this. That's what it. If you strip it all down, that's what it comes to me. it comes down to it for me is what the fuck is wrong with why do people get off on the cruelty? And isn't that the point? Michael, we've said it a million times.
Yeah.
It's not about Trump's policies. It's about owning somebody else,
Yeah.
owning the libs. We'll get you. We'll show you, you faggot, you fucking da-da, you whatever.
Yeah,
and that's and 75 million people went, that's my guy.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then when, you know, when his tariffs come into effect and everybody's like, oh, I had no idea this was good. Well, at least we own the libs, right? Like fucking
Yeah.
that's what you were really actually concerned about. Like
Take-
you
Right.
weren't worried about the price of eggs. You weren't worried about the price of gas.
No.
You were just worried that Trump, he's not afraid to you know, just like fucking Elon and everyone who Trump has said he's going to put in is the only qualification that anyone needs to be in Trump's cabinet is saying nice things about Trump and owning the libs. Those are the only two things that you have to do to get into his cabinet. So we're going to have, I'm not actually worried about him being effective as a lawmaker. What I'm worried about is how fucking annoying the next 4 years are going to be.
I totally get what you mean. All right, hold on. Let me jump into the chat here. Do you think the culture of a blame mentality exploiting someone else's fault? My life sucks. Wait, what? Did I read that correctly? Did you think? Oh, we talked about that. Sort of the blaming somebody. It couldn't be my shortcomings and
Yeah.
my limited skill set. It's somebody else's issue. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's what you mean, honey. Do you think the culture of a blame mentality exploiting someone else's fault? My life sucks. I apologize for reading that wrong if I did. I want to know where you live that you don't have to worry. I don't know if that's at me. I don't know. Was I being too privileged guy? I'm in Muhlenberg. I don't know. I get it. Stop.
I don't know. It can't be me because she knows where I live.
I believe people truly believe that making America great again is going back to when it was segregated. That is what is scary. Courtney, hello, first of all. Hi, sweetheart. Courtney from Boyertown. 100%. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
Courtney. Courtney's great because Courtney is really smart and she's fucking no bullshit. Courtney fucking just and she's usually fucking right. You know, her instincts and everything, her gut feelings are fucking spot on. And you're right.
If I remember correctly, she's adorable too, right?
Dude. Don't get me started. Yes, she was on our the Valentine's Day episode, the
Yeah,
Try to Find Love, which just makes no sense. She's gorgeous. I don't know. Meredith, I met my matches with a dog, but never a human. Ask Michelle. I had to call her. I'm not sure. Yeah. Had to give it to somebody. There are people who are worried about losing insurance guaranteed by the Affordable Care Act who lobbied to have Obamacare repealed. Exactly. I saw that. People were like, people whose own like moms and family are like, we gotta get rid of Obamacare. They're like, you know, it's the Affordable Care Act. It fucking what?
Yeah.
It fucking what? And that's absolutely proven. It's not like, because a lot of times some things you see, my brother told me a story about a guy who I go, I don't believe it until, you know, but absolutely it's happened where people didn't fucking know it was the same thing. Talk about
Yeah.
low information voters.
Yeah. And I don't know.
Stop.
I don't know how
Stop.
you.
I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know how you fix that, but we have to not let people vote if they don't know what the fuck they're voting for.
A civics
We
test.
have to.
I actually went over this with Gary the other day. We had a conversation about somebody that I love, near and dear to my heart, who a young man who has never really voted. I do believe somebody in his family that he might have been like married to voted for him via mail a couple of times. But he actually has, we've had this conversation where I've said to him, look, unless you can talk to me about other topics other than I don't want them to take my guns, and you can talk in an educated way about it, please don't fucking go vote. Don't fucking go vote at all. Because I'll be the first one to explain to you that, again, 25, 30 years, whenever I first started voting, I voted as a young woman on the hot button issues. I voted because somebody told me I was going to lose my right to make a decision about my body. And so every year I would just be like, I would listen to the ads. I did it. I was there. I was one of those people. I would listen to the ads and I would vote based on those ads because I had a fear they were going to take away from me my right to choose. And then it went down to, okay, I'm being an idiot. Now I've learned, I've educated myself. They're not really going to do that. I'm okay. I can vote for whoever I want and just educate myself on all the policies and things like that. And then what did those fuckers go ahead and do? Ripped my uterus right out and want to tack it to their fucking walls because they're in charge of it. So
yeah, too much
I'm
fucking
back to pretty much pushing my Democratic button the past couple of times because
too much power given away.
that's
Meredith,
all I can do.
how do we know the tariffs will come into play? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like, well, they've already did. I mean, Trump had them in his first administration. Yeah, and Biden continued a lot of them. That's why, again, I'm not here to defend
I mean,
Harris
he's pretty
or
much
Biden.
guaranteed that he's going to be doing that.
And he already did. Those are the
Right.
reasons why the farmers had to get a bailout, because there was trade
Right.
wars and they couldn't sell like their soybeans and stuff like that because they were like, all right, fuck you. Then of course it's all retaliatory, you know.
I can tell you now, I'm loading up on my tequila and some of my Modelo. I'm loading up on some things.
That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad fucking idea. All right, so we're kind of rounding third here. I know Michael always has the heart out. So yeah, we need a third pocket. We need third, fourth, fifth, and ninth party more than ever. We do need some restructuring. This idea, I don't hate the idea of dismantling some of the federal government. There are some things that I don't understand, like certain things can't be, like I don't, to be fair, Department of Education, this is not a shit to shit on teachers. And I know a lot of like special ed money comes from the federal government and all that. But like, what does the central office in Washington know about every single need? Like, because East LA school and a Groton, Connecticut school, they're just not the same standard. So, but whatever, that's a whole deeper policy.
But we also want to make sure that they're all getting the same kind of money, socioeconomically, that those schools and those kids in certain areas
and they're not now
laptops, just like the kids over there,
right?
You know, and they're getting access to everything across the board that everybody else is.
And they're not.
I think
they're already not.
That's
so
where it starts. It starts with educating our kids and on an equal level and bringing them up and getting them out there so they're all starting off on the same foot.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, and that I think the argument for getting rid of the federal part of the education system is that fucking No Child Left Behind thing, because that has brought back, like, that has been the cause of so many people who would be further ahead. Like, No Child Left Behind, I get not wanting to have kids not be able to keep up with their peers, but all No Child Left Behind did was make sure that the kids who would be ahead are kept back with those people who aren't, because not everybody is of the same intelligence. Like, you can't keep people back.
Absolutely.
And that was a federally mandated thing.
That was W, I believe, right?
That was W, yes.
Yeah, right. It's pulling the reins on, and all kinds of things happened. There was like schools were canceling pizza parties for kids that accomplished a certain academic level because it hurt the feelings of the kids who didn't. It's like, that's another thing too. We need to like lighten up on some. I get, again, like I said, I think everybody has this dignity of right of self to be unmolested, to be protected, to not be gone after. But we also have to, like you said, and across the board, take No Child Left Behind and do it across the board. You can't pull back somebody. That's not equality. You're right.
And
You can't expect the same outcome. You can't expect. I'm a fucking moron. My wife is a fucking genius. I'm well aware of that. And if you were to take something and go, oh, let's dumb it down for dumb Gary, like, that's not fucking fair to anybody.
Yeah, and it goes for everything though. People are like, oh, well, these kids are smarter. Sure, those kids are smarter. But guess what the dumber kids are good at? they're probably good at football,
Right.
or they're probably a good painter, or they can, do the theater stuff. Like, everybody has something that they're good at,
Fucking
and holding people back from the thing that they're good at is not the same as keeping everybody on the same level.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
some people, and everybody's good at something. Like, I have stuff that I'm good at, and I'm dumb as a fucking brick. And just like Gary, like, this show, this show takes a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
Gary's really smart with the tech stuff, and and it drives him crazy because I don't care as much as he does about the tech stuff. And to me, that's very funny. I'm good at jokes and stuff. So, like, I can
So am I, motherfucker.
I can
I'm
draw.
fucking hilarious.
I was in the theater, like that stuff is, everybody's good at something. And instead of holding people back from that, how about we celebrate everything?
Yeah.
Like, celebrate the
You gotta
kids who
find
are
your
good
purpose.
And maybe
Yeah.
the same system. That's why maybe public schools do need a shakeup. Maybe we do need to talk about, separate schools and private schools and things, because the idea that you're going to cram 30 kids in the same room and teach them the same, this triangle is that, math.
Yeah.
I
No.
literally shake in fear at math.
I
But like
agree,
you said-
but also not every family can afford to send their kids to a
Absolutely.
school. Like, we do need we need something. I'm not smart enough to come up with what we need, but
No.
we need something different.
Something.
Our whole government, you talk about a shakeup, I talk about blowing it up and starting from scratch.
I don't disagree.
Like,
That's what you
I'm
and I
not smart
always
enough to do
our
that.
flow chart always comes to that, and we always
Yeah.
agree on that. Blow it out.
I'm smart enough to know that what we're doing now doesn't work, but I'm not smart enough to figure out how to make it
Absolutely.
work.
Meredith, I'm loaded up. I loaded up on my ammo. Atta girl. Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Michelle and I, we talked last night. We have no issue. I'm Second Amendment. Have at it. Trump was terrible in the Second Amendment. Trump said, take the gun. He was all for red flag laws. Take the guns first, due process second, which is like literally the foundation of this thing. Which is like how anybody can say he's the gun guy. Bump stock bans, all that. He did more to incrementally take away any kind of gun rights than Obama ever fucking dreamed of. And that's a fact.
They say he's a lot of things, and he's none of those things.
That's what kills me. He's so many things that people do that with all politicians, but him especially. You're right. They project these qualities and these properties on him. They go, he's just not a 9-foot tall black guy who with 12 eyes, but they fucking say he is. And they go, okay. And yes, Michelle.
Were we going back to that comparison again about the guys, the white guys?
You can do whatever. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Hold on. Ross, Howard Stern said it years ago. Stick your vagina in an envelope and send it to the White House. Send your bush to Bush. Exactly. Snotty grotties. Not sure what the hell that was. What he said. All right, go ahead, Michelle.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I just wanted to say that I think I've said it on the show before, but I think that that's what people see in Trump, is that he says nothing. Like, he literally says nothing,
Right.
but he talks for long enough that eventually he says something that somebody can grab onto. Like, he'll say, in a 45-minute rambling speech, he'll say one thing that somebody's, and then they'll say, oh yeah, he said that, he loves guns.
Right.
He said that he loves the Bible, and that's what I care about.
Yeah.
So in not saying anything, he said as much as he needed to for people who don't pay attention to say, oh yeah, well, he did say, and sure, he did say it, but he also said 9 other things probably in that same speech that were the opposite.
That
of
were
what he
insane
said.
nonsense.
He almost had me about when he started telling me that they were eating the dogs.
Yeah.
It was this close.
Oh. What?
close.
Did you? Are you kidding, or did you really kind of
No,
believe
I'm
it?
kidding.
Okay, I don't know. Hey, by the way, have you noticed that's just
What
gone
are you
away?
smoking over there?
Have you noticed it's just gone away? No one's talking about the caravans that are coming up through Central America.
Because they're not anymore,
it all
because
just
Trump
goes
took care of
away.
it.
That's what people are saying. They're going, yeah, because they got scared and turned back. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
Fucking
last thing I want to say is how are the Trumpers in your orbit reacting? Good, bad? Are they spiking the football? Are they just sort of
surprisingly subdued?
Quiet.
Yeah, I like at work, they talked about it the next day at work, but quietly amongst themselves. And the only thing I overheard was, one of them was like, "Oh yeah, um, my neighbor already took down their Kamala sign," and I'm like, "Yeah, the election's over. That's what you do when the election is over, because we're normal fucking people. We're not weirdo like the cult
Yeah.
thing. The cult thing gets said a lot, and again, just like with, I've said before, we've gone too far in calling everyone who disagrees with us Nazis.
Yeah.
So then when there is actual Nazis, then people are like, "Oh, you just say that about anybody you don't agree with."
The boy
People
that
say
cried Nazi.
yeah, people say cult a lot. People say that Trump people are in a cult all the time. And like, it's not wrong. Like, that's the thing. In this instance, they're fucking right.
Yeah.
Like, normal people don't have flags of a president that they like. They
Dude,
don't wear clothing of a president.
putting his head on Rambo. We talked about that.
It's
What, are you out of your
insane.
fucking mind?
It's
Oh, I missed that
fucking
one.
insane.
Remember all that? It was the trading cards. Like, it was
Yeah.
the NFTs they were selling. Oh,
Yeah.
it was him as a firefighter.
And
like
a
this
cowboy.
really weird homoerotic shit. It really fucking was.
And I've said it before. I'm mad because as a comedian, as somebody who takes a lot of care in writing jokes, this motherfucker did the funniest thing that anyone has ever done, and he didn't even try. He's a 78-year-old fat loser idiot, and he makes NFTs of himself as a race car driver, and people bought them.
Yeah.
And that's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Dude, he sold
and
cards.
I'm so mad about it.
He sold cards with pieces of the suit from the fucking debate with Biden, like
I'm
baseball,
so-
like a game worn jersey. Meredith,
Yeah.
what's the deal with Nazis? Well, they're bad. Not sure what
Yeah.
you mean. I don't know. Yeah,
What do you think he sits around and says to himself or his inner circle about how ridiculous it is that he is able to be selling shoes, the Bible, I don't know, was it chickens or something? I don't even know what the hell it was.
Garbage.
I don't even
You're
know,
right.
like,
You're not too far off.
but like, what do you think? I mean, he obviously realizes that he is able to manipulate people in this way, but I don't think he's smart enough to be able to do it all by himself, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. The acolytes do. Like Michael was saying about he'll be empty for mostly 45 minutes. He's dead on. Because then, and you're right, because then they come along and they fill in the blanks. How many times have you heard someone say, well, yeah, it sounds, you're mad because it sounded like he said we should eat babies. But what he's really saying is we should hold our children close to us.
Yeah,
and you're spot on, Michelle. They fill in the blanks for him.
And that's what QAnon is.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally what QAnon is filling in the blanks of the stuff that he says. And if you don't think QAnon's a cult, you're in that fucking cult.
Do I need to worry like my great grandparents did? I mean, why are they mentioned so much? Because they've been given license to poke their heads out again.
Yeah, they're out there. Like,
the shame of being
there.
one, if there ever was any, is fucking good. I think. Michelle, what's your take on Nazis? Are you pro, con, somewhere in the middle?
Oh wow, you're probably asking the wrong person, because I don't know if you've ever looked up the history of the Boehmer household, but
No, I've not researched it. No.
The Crumps. There's a little bit of relationship going on there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What
so-
with what with the Trump? Whatever the fuck it was.
No, it's the Crumps. The Crumps.
I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is.
I'll find you the book.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. But way to bring the show to a screeching halt, Michelle. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Something I want to share.
It's not in my blood system. It's not in my blood
I
system.
know you married into it. Yes.
Okay,
I want to
married
share
into it.
something. So last night was my 35th class reunion. I didn't go. 35 seems like, I'd go on other ones and I'll probably go to the 40th, but I didn't go. But of course, people were posting pictures. And a woman I went to school with who I know, she commented on something. I'm like, oh, I thought I was Facebook friends with her. I don't think I am now. Oh, let me send a friend request. And then like I saw that she like didn't accept it or something. It was like, usually you say like cancel request, but it wasn't active anymore. And if I message her, and like I'm not like we were never like close friends or something, but it's just a woman I knew and whatever, just whatever. I don't. And I was like, hey, let's just call her Jane Doe. Was it something I said? Sorry. And she wrote back. It's pretty funny because I do post a lot of I have a lot of feelings and stances on things because again I think people should give a shit. I don't mean to be an ass, Meredith. You are not being an ass at all. Hell no. You say what's on your mind. All are welcome. And you're you know what? You're like this is like Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Unless you're a Nazi, then you can get the fuck out.
And we have unlimited breadsticks. Exactly. Yes. Anyway, so I talk about it, but I also talk about tons of shit. You guys know my fucking Facebook. I put on TVs. I put on funny observations, all kinds of shit. She's like, I just don't have a need to have you on my feed. I don't like when people shove politics in my face. You can like who you want to like, but I don't care to have to see it all the time. It gets old real fast. See, people always assume because I just trash Trump that I'm just hardcore liberal, which is funny because I often put that I'm clearly not, but whatever. But people just, because that's the thing. That's the problem is we're stuck in fucking, if we're having burgers or pizza for lunch at the office and you go, fucking tacos are an option. And they're right over there and we can have them. You go, well, no one's going to vote for tacos. So we'll just, fuck, well, you fucking could have tacos. You could have tacos. It's always with food makes me fat. So what? So she goes, it gets old real fast. You're not my cup of tea. Not sorry. And then I actually wrote back, I go, ouch. I post many other things. That's cool. I thought we were friends. My bad. Take care. I wasn't going to get into it. It's like, but it's like,
It happened.
oh yeah, dude. I think it's fucking, and again, we weren't friends. I didn't lose my Winnie Cooper childhood bit. A girl I knew. I might not have seen her for 30 fucking years anyway, but it was just funny. It's like, okay. I think it's hilarious. Michelle knows I'm not the one to speak loudly my mind. Well, first of all, good Yoda talk there. Settle yourself. John Santoro checking in late. Where you been? Were you here the whole show? Dude, we're wrapping this shit up in like 5 minutes. What's up, John? John's very old school Democratic. Like he was on school boards as a Democrat. He's whatever. He's like involved in like on the local level. Oops, Michelle, put that one. So yeah, so he's not. In fact, he has plenty of friends I see on his post who just trash him because he puts anti-Trump stuff. It's kind of funny. And John, and I'm sorry, and sometimes I want to hop on and go, but you have a lot of dumb fucking friends. All they do is whataboutism. And John will be like, hey, what about, like something provable like Trump said, and they'll be like, oh, well, Joe Biden once threw a cigarette out the window. Does he not care about the environment? I made that up, but you get the point. I don't know. By the way, I just saw that apparently breaking news that Biden is going to pardon his fucking son, even though he said he wouldn't. What are you going to do? Sorry, had one too many White Claws. You know what? Have 3 more.
One too many 6-packs.
Oh, shit. Now, Meredith, you are very, very welcome here. So I want to share it with you. That made me fucking laugh.
Amazing.
So you share so much. All right, Michelle, any last minute thoughts about whatever? Something you wanted to make sure to give? I really wanted to state something about this that maybe we didn't quite get to, or you didn't get to fully flesh out.
I don't really want to tell people what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing.
Why stop now?
If I were to be telling people what they should be doing, they should be, one, staying away from me. With any of their shit, coming at me with anything when it comes to a conversation anymore about even politics. This is probably the last time I want to have these conversations right now.
I'm telling you, viewers, this is it. We're going back to dick and fart jokes in 2 weeks. That's it.
Perfect.
Yes,
Perfect.
we're done.
But I also know that I will be standing up, and I will actually next election step up and do more
Yeah.
locally at my local level, whatever I can do to make sure that people are getting out there. I feel like I should have done more locally,
Right.
and participated more in the election process. I don't know if it would help, but I think if there are a whole bunch of people out there that would do the same thing, that maybe it would have helped.
Look at you
Who
giving a
knows?
shit. Look at you giving a shit.
You
And
know, right?
and you're gonna vote
Is
libertarian
it
next time, right?
is it wrong for me to sit at the bar drinking and waiting for the next senior citizen to call me to tell me they need a ride over to the poll?
Oh. Well, first of all, if you're drinking at the bar, yeah, you shouldn't be giving anybody a fucking ride there, drunkie. Hey,
Well, I mean, I'm
listen,
not sitting
hey,
around like,
listen, Ted Kennedy. No. Hey, listen, Laura Bush. No, you shouldn't be giving anybody. Laura Bush got drunk drive. She killed a guy. No, all right, look it up. Exactly. And you're
no,
gonna.
do I have to start marching on Washington?
You're gonna
I
vote.
haven't. I have not been. I have been complacent, and I feel like I have not been very active in the process. And
You're
maybe I need to get more active in the process.
you're gonna vote
But
libertarian, right?
I'm what?
You're gonna vote libertarian next time, right?
Are you running?
No, fuck no. I have no interest in telling
Oh.
people what to do. No. But
And
libertarians are the best we're gonna
I
do
would
right
run.
now.
I would run, but I've been in jail and I smoke weed. So
Please.
and
I'm smoking some right now.
and there's the problem with libertarian policymakers.
Right.
That you inherently have to tell people what to do.
I know, isn't it fucked up? You have to use power over people to help people deal with the power over them. Too late. John, too late. We are effed for the next 50 years because too many people are voting third party. See, we could get into it.
This is no, it's too late.
No, it's too fucking late. It's too late. That's fucking bullshit, John. I love you like a brother. That is that is a bullshit excuse. No one, my vote and anyone else's vote is not owed to fucking anybody. You vote your fucking morals and you're right. And no, sorry, dude. That's a bullshit answer. A bullshit fucking thing to say. I love you, brother, but no, I ain't down with it. It's not the fucking problem. Let's keep doing the same fucking thing. Listen. We're going to celebrate what, the 250th this fucking coming up of the country, whatever the fuck it is. Because yeah, Trump's going to be in the office when it comes up. Yeah, that one. In 26, it's going to be the 150, 250. Pardon me. And so here we are, and we still have a system that every 4 years makes half the population go, "Oh my God, if this person gets in, we're fucking doomed." Right? Am I fucking wrong? But people not freaking the fuck out. If Kamala Harris is gonna march us right to fucking Che Guevara land, and Donald Trump is gonna, and then so half the population freaks out. And I have one thing to say: that's kind of a bad system. That might be not such a good system when you're worried that it's all over for humanity if person X gets in. I think we can do better. I don't know. Michael, Michelle, very quickly, anything you want to plug? What's the organization you help out at?
Brandywine Valley SPCA.
There you go.
We have multiple locations for your adoption pleasure. We have our Westchester, Newcastle. We are in Delaware. We have taken over in southern New Jersey, and we are taking over at the beginning of the year, Washington, D.C.
What?
Yes.
Where can people go? What's the? They have a Facebook page, right?
They have a Facebook
Brandywine.
page.
What's the short?
Brandywine Valley SPCA.
There you go, Brandywine Valley SPCA. And then go to the Facebook page, and then any exterior links and things will all come from there.
I am a doggy matchmaker.
Matchmaker. John, look at the Supreme Court. Meredith, how about the Steelers and Eagles one today? Well, there you go. Pennsylvania Pride. Yes, the Steelers took care of the Bengals, I believe, right? Bengals are fucking shit. They fucking just couldn't get their shit together this year. They couldn't fucking. They just couldn't fight back. Oh, too bad, Cincinnati. There you go. There you go.
Yay!
And only a few months till a pitchers and catchers report.
Oh, baseball, yes.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm going to die with delusion and Oh, and not finishing your sentence. Oh, son of a bitch. Yes. Meredith says,
The cliffhanger.
yes. Okay, so yeah, so did you get it all out? Did you purge? Women are getting fucked over. They're controlling their bodies. Things are gonna get more expensive, people. Sorry, you done fucked up. Because here's where you fucked up. You thought a president controls prices of everyday items. Oh, you fools.
I look at every person that I interact with, whether it's the person who holds the door in front of me,
Right.
and I wonder what their thoughts are.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who are they?
Hey, I think the
Are
same.
they one of the people that would run around with their
Dicks hanging out? Oh, because that's the two guys you're looking at right here. Here you go. BBSPCA. There you go, Meredith. There you go. By the way, Meredith, that's a dying name. That's a cool ass name. I like that, Meredith.
She's amazing.
She's cool.
All
shit.
right, you gotta let Michael get in here.
Yeah.
No,
All right, Michael, please. Jack Billings presents. That is a scripted audio podcast.
Scripted audio podcast.
Our wonderful co-host here.
It's look, I'm not gonna say that this show is for everyone, but give it a chance, man. Like, you have not enough weird stuff in your life, I feel like. If you
you had me at weird stuff.
I don't like to get real. I don't like to get real because I sound pretentious when I start talking about it, but like there are very few things out right now that people seem to give a shit about. Everything is so like what do you call that when there's a bunch of people that like tell you how your show should be? Like, movies are boring and television shows are boring. Just because
hive mind shit, you mean?
Everything is so like corporate. Like everybody gets told what to do. And I think one of the last places that people can just put up their weird stuff is like podcasts and YouTube. Like, you can make the weirdest shit ever.
That's true. It's the wild, wild west for now.
And also, you know, everything is so like sanitized. Like, everything is so sanitary anymore. Sometimes you just got to get down and fucking get weird and dirty with it. And that's what Jack Billings is. Everybody who's involved with it really cares about it. Nobody's telling us what to do, and it is fucking filthy.
So we take one thing away. It's get down, get dirty, get weird. Meredith, that's my brother. I'm not sure what she means by that. He said, "Hey, JoJo." LOL. Oh, JoJo's your poocher.
Oh yeah,
right?
She's my baby.
Oh, cutie pie. Is she a tripod too? That was the last one.
Nope.
But
she got 4.
You had a tripod though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Michelle, like, really?
Well, I'm definitely checking out, by the way. I already took my photo of the screen just to make sure I don't forget, because I'm old, and so I already have the whole.
There you go.
Jack Billings.
Just go to any podcast. Go to, what do you have? Do you have an iPhone? Is that an iPhone?
Yeah, what do you use to listen to podcasts?
I refuse to get an iPhone because everybody said I
That's
had
fine.
to get an iPhone.
So go to Spotify and type in Jack Billings, and it will autofill.
It will.
And by the way, Michael, you said you were taking down apartment complex. It's still up. I think you said
apartment.
You were taking...
Yes, yeah. I took it off of Acast, but it takes a little bit for it to.
It still plays though. Usually, like when you delete something, like as long as if the source is gone, it won't play. It doesn't matter. JoJo is a hippo. Oh, Meredith says. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of JoJo, I also have another podcast called This Bizarre Adventure, where we talk about the anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Perfect timing.
But it's
Oh, JoJo anime. Yeah.
And of course, upcoming with your favorite podcast in 2 weeks from today, at 7:00. I think the fucking Eagles play another fucking 425 game. I'm not sure, but god damn it. But do they know it's Fistmas time at all? But our pal Rose Israel, who is just a fucking hoot, we're gonna be just talking about whatever. You know, I've got so many fucking, you know, like what would yous, like if you had $1 million, would you? I've got a million stupid like things. What would you do in this situation? Kind of like, we'll just talk about anything weird like that. Or talk about why, like, what was the thing I said to you, Michael, that's having a moment? You know, everything's, what the fuck was it? I'm fucking losing myself here. Here's a guy with some random ideas. How stupid I am. State shapes. Who's
State
gonna die
shape?
first? Who will die first? Hall or Oates or Simon or Garfunkel?
I hope both.
Gummies. Gummies are having a moment. Gummies, everything's gummies nowadays.
I hope both Hall and Oates live forever.
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 You know why? Because they make me feel brand new. That's why I don't do it.
We very quickly,
Yes.
as a someone who still feels pretty young, grew up listening to the Ramones and the Dead Kennedys and the Misfits. I tried to get tickets to a Hall and Oates concert. Those motherfuckers are like $300 a piece.
What?
I'm like, for Hall
Wow.
and fucking Oates?
Hey, they got hits, buddy.
No, they got all the hits.
So I guess
But
when you
also-
tried to get it,
but
they said no can do.
I love Hall and Oates as a dyed in the wool punk rocker. I love Hall and
Dude,
Oates.
my wife and I are constantly like singing like like she's gone and like you know what I want you got like the Step Brothers use that song great.
And when you're in bed, you're like, she's a man eater.
Dude, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like fuck yeah, dude. All that kind of a lot of that AM Gold yacht rock kind of era. Not gonna lie to you, don't entirely fucking hate it. And you know what else I like? We talked about this. I like disco.
Disco's great.
You put on a fucking dude, Bob's Burgers. I love it. There's the episode where they dim all the lights, sweet darling. Cause I just get up and fucking dance like the fat middle-aged guy that I am. I fucking love disco. Disco's the shit, man. Donna
Hell yeah.
Summer underappreciated. All right, Michelle. Thank you. Will you come back?
I will come back.
I'm definitely gonna do another dog episode.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Cool. Yeah,
can't
you
wait.
are always
I'm
fun.
gonna leave you with my I can't do it.
Let me see it. What do you got there? What do you got there? Oh, there it is. There you go. There's your cutie. Oh, with the hat. I love it. I love
Look
it.
at her.
I love it. All right,
That's
Michelle,
it. That's what I'm leaving you with.
hoist your drink to my friend, your father-in-law, and one of the greatest men who ever walked the face of the earth, Earl Boehmer.
Earl Boehmer. Cheers.
Cheers to Earl Boehmer. Talk about a guy who I do believe in, like you get back what you put out, and that man put out nothing but love. Love, love, love. He loved, there were no strangers with Earl. They were just friends he hadn't met yet. Like that's hacky, but it's so fucking true. And he was a Buick size ham, which made him, me and him instant fucking friends. I'm like, yep. I love this guy now.
Yes.
All right, everybody, thank you. Don't forget to check
All
us
right,
out.
Take care, guys.
Thank you on all the YouTube stuff and all
you.
that. And we'll see you next time in the back room. See ya.